Alrighty, we are back into it again. Last time, if you weren't here, we beautified the town. Doesn't that look nice? Doesn't that look pretty? I think it looks a bit cluttered and a little weird. But it is better than just the barren wasteland we had before. So we're talking about marginal improvements here. We also had another run in with the evil gorilla. Oh my lord, this fella. I will figure out how to make this guy angry. Okay, he's gonna make me angry because I think we spent, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes out of a 40-minute video last time trying and failing to get this guy to become angry when he gets below 50% HP. So we're going to try and figure out how to do that today. Oh. And I'm sure there's other things we're going to do as well. First off, I'm going to just start from the top. Okay? This is pretty much his basic, state, all right? Now I need to figure out how to make him angry when he goes below half health. Now, here are the tools we're working with. Skills. We have Enrage the skill, okay? Which is going to add a buff to his attack and add the state of rage, okay? Let's go take a look at the state of rage. Right here. The state of rage means, pretty much the only thing it means is you have to attack on your turn. Now, okay. Now, how we're going to do this, it does not come to me. I do not have a way in mind. However, we're going to try and figure it out. Okay. Maybe not a skill, but perhaps a trait. A trait. Let's see here. Debuff rate. Changes the probability at which the use of a skill or item will succeed in debuffing a parameter. Stay with me now. Okay. On my OBS, it's showing that this traits window is flashing black occasionally. I don't think that, or I don't know if that's actually showing up in the video. Changes the probability at which the use of a skill or item will succeed in applying a state. Okay, I don't think that's what we're looking for. What's in this other? Special flag. What does special flag mean? Auto battle. Character acts independently without accepting commands in battle. Guard reduces damage taken at a set rate. Substitute character suffers attack in place of allies with less HP. That's kind of cool. Preserves TP. Accumulated TP are retained for the next battle. I do not know what TP is. If there's anyone out there in this world who knows what TP is, please let me know, because I keep seeing it everywhere, and I have no idea what it's supposed to mean. Valid only for actors. Okay. Well, I don't cancel. Okay. So that's where we're at so far. Action patterns. Okay. See, this is where I think we get them. I'm going to cut the attack. All right? I'm going to cut the attack and say the skill instead is going to be enraged. And the condition to do this is your HP has to be between 50% and 1%. Okay. Rating 5. What does the rating mean? Is this like its priority? If I boost the rating, it only goes up to 9. Is that real? Yeah. Rating, I don't know if 5 is, or if like 9 is the most highest priority, or if 1 is the highest priority, or if this is not a priority thing at all. Okay. So, skill Enraged. If we go look at the Enraged skill, what does this do again? Adds an attack buff. Adds rage. Okay, we're going to apply that. And then we're going to test this battle here. Yeah, we're going to throw in Bella as well. Throw in Paul. Paul has nothing. No. Let's actually... Just Chuck will be fine. Okay. Let's test this battle. Now, he should only be able to get angry, right? So I'm going to attack this dude. The evil gorilla took 10 damage. Why is he only taking 10 damage? It's a great question. Hold on, let me go out of here. Battle test. Because I have no equipment. Okay, let's give you your pistol. Okay. Now let's run it. Will this make you angry? You evaded me. Okay. Now another question is, once he is angry, will he actually start coming back? I slayed him. Okay, hold on. I gave him 100 HP. Let's increase that to 200. Apply that. That way, I will know easily if we've gone under that 50% mark. Okay. 52 damage. Now, after this next attack, he should become guard. He's not acting out. Shit. I hit him. Okay. He's not doing shit. This is a big issue. Enraged. Add rage. State of rage. Interesting. What type of traits can I add to this? This is the same parameters as the regular. Okay. Let me try. Try rating of 1. Perhaps a rating of 1 will change this. Perhaps not. Okay. Nothing's happening here. Can we create a battle event? Actor, no. Can I? Change enemy state to rage. Okay. Hold on. We might be cooking now. if switch, dude, if variable, can we edit this variable? How do we edit variables again? I do not remember. Maybe, enemy, evil gorilla, is how did I make these variables? Okay, I'm just gonna apply that. Oops. Where are variables? And how did I make them? I know I made these variables somewhere, but how did I make them? Control variables. Okay, I controlled the variable first. Let's go back to that troop. Control variable. We're going to control variable 3. We're going to name it. Can I just make it enemy health? Okay. Yep. Interesting. Game data. Character? No. Enemy, evil gorilla, HP. Okay. I don't think this is going to work. Control variable, HP. Okay. Now let's conditional branch, switch, no, variable, enemy health. Okay. Is equal to a constant? No, a variable. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I don't know how to do it. Ugh. I don't think this is the way. I do not think this is a way. Alright. Here's the plan. Clear this event page. Let's go back to the gorilla. We're going to cut that. We're going to shelf that for a second. We're going to shelf that. And we're going to start working on some other attack patterns, okay? See if there's other attacks that we can do that will make the battle more varied than just he shoots me, I shoot him, he shoots me, I shoot him. Okay. Let's see here. This gorilla has guns. So we're gonna create a couple of skills for him to use. Now, I didn't realize this skill list is extensive. Alright? Dual attack. Double attack. Triple attack. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's take a look at some of these. Earthquake. Maybe you make my earthquake. Alright, these seem to be mostly spells. Yeah, they're not nuke. Okay. Yep. There we go. Swordsman attacks. Okay. let's start with number 5. No, hold on. We just want a normal attack skill for him, which is just going to be, he's going to shoot you, pretty much. Now I want to know, does this skill number 1 responds to the attack command? Okay. Let's see. Normal attack. Oh. Okay. We're gonna see here. What is the animation for the gun, the pistol? What did we select for that? Shoot normal. Okay. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make pretty much just fresh attacks for this guy. Because we're going to say gunshot. Or actually, if I go to the enemy, no, it's gotta all be skills. Because I can't, like, give him a pistol, right? And have him do that same thing. I don't think. Right? Equip. Oh, wait, I can. Equip a weapon. Excuse me. A gun. Okay? Equip weapon gun. Now, does that gun already exist in here? Or... Interesting. I don't think it... Okay, wait. Weapon type. So... Okay. Weapon types. Does... Here, let's change the maximum. Let's add one more. Okay. How do I... Okay. Well, I don't think that's going to be super helpful here. Gunshot. Make an icon. Make it the gun. Where's the gun? Regular gun like this. Okay. I think it's probably a little bit devious of me to be making the first enemy something that's not going to use any of the basic attacks or the basic skills that are already in the game. Kind of not the best idea, but we're going to say shot with a single target gun. Okay. We're going to make scope one enemy. Yes. Da 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 da. Okay. Occasion, always. Nope, we're going to make it battle screen. Skill type, no skill type. What is TP? Okay. Let's compare it to attack. So 0 speed, 100% repeat, because I want this to be pretty much the same thing as a regular attack, just, you know, with different flavorings. So let's see here. It was 0 speed, success rate 100%, repeat one time. TP gain, crank that up to 5. All right. Hit type, certain hit, physical attack. It's a physical attack. Let's grab an animation for it. Somewhere in here. Fire 1. No. Shoot normal. Holy, shoot all. Dang. Shoot barrage. Okay. Okay, normal shot. Alright. Shot with a single gun. Damage type. HP damage. Element. Physical. Formula. Let's say this can crit. Variance 20%. Okay. Now, average this formula. Okay. Let's read this. Let's see if I can formulate it. Formula for calculating basic damage. The attacker is expressed as A, the target with B. Both are followed by a dot to enable referencing of the statuses shown below. For example, A attack is referenced the attack power parameter of the user. Okay, so attack, magic attack, agility, max HP, defense, magic defense, luck, max MP, and level. Okay. So, this is the attacker's attack times 4 minus the defender's defense times 2. I think I'm going to use pretty much this same, just the same formula, right? If it works well for the basic attack, surely it'll work well for this gunshot. Because I think the main thing is, hold on, what is this? Automatically makes the message. Okay, required weapon, yes, a gun. You need to have a gun to do a gunshot. Okay, and that's why I set the parameter. I was able to set the parameter that he has a gun, so that he can use the gunshot skill. Okay. We'll apply that. We're going to go back to the enemy. And we're going to give him the gunshot skill. Boom. Okay. Condition always. There we go. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Are you saying, be honest here, follow me on this journey. Why didn't I check this earlier? HP, it's reversed. So if I say enraged, okay. Condition, HP. If I go 1% to 50%, would that do it? Let me cut this for a second. And let me try it, okay? If this works, I'm not going to be upset. I'm going to be happy I figured it out, okay? This is the mindset we need. Happy I figured it out, not upset that it took me so long. Hold on, everybody. We've made some progress. However, it still made me angry, not the gorilla. So let's look at this enraged. Add buff. Add state. Oh. Wait, can I just, if I go back to this, if I just changed it, edit, skill, instead of making it a skill. No, hold on. Okay. Scope. User. Okay, the user becomes enraged. That should work. Apply that. Go back to troops, battle test, okay? Attack the gorilla. Boom. Attack the gorilla. Boom. Now let's guard. I just sneezed crazy style. Okay. Holy shit, we figured it out. All it took was... all it took was changing the fucking order of the percentages. Okay. I bet you... I don't bet shit. Alright, sorry. I'm losing it. Okay, get that gunshot back in there. So he can shoot me and he can become angry. Alright? Man, I should have just looked at that sooner. Still am not sure what the R is. It's gotta be, like, priority, right? Or is that round? I don't know. Because attack is higher. I don't know. Okay. Now let's add another skill for this dude. Let's call it barrage. Okay. We're going to give this the other gun icon. And here's what I want to do. Sprays damage at all enemies. Okay. Skill type is none. Scope. Enemy. All enemies. Okay. Now we're going to hit type. Physical attack. Animation. We want that other one. The other shot. Shot all. Yeah. Okay. Message. How do I make it so %1 attacks? Okay, I think if I say oops, I'm hitting the wrong button. Percent, nope, that's a hashtag. Which one's the percent? There we go, 5. %1 starts spraying. Exclamation point. Okay. Damage type, HP damage, and it's going to be physical. Now let's see here. I maybe want this to be a little bit weaker, right? So let's see if I can do this just straight up. A, attack, right? Because that's the, come on now. A, attack. We're going to make that... Oh. Which one's the asterisk now? Okay. Is that 8? Yeah. Times 3 minus B defense times 2. Okay, so that's going to be, and let's say this can't crit. Do we want any parameters? Learn skill? No. Common event? I have no common events. There's only one special effect, escape. Okay. I think, nope, I don't want that. Cut that. Required weapon, you need to have a gun. Apply. Okay. Now let's go back to the enemy. Let's add the barrage as, again, we want it 1% to 50%. Okay. We're going to apply that. And let's actually make the gunshot based on HP as well. Let's make this 51 to 100%. Or actually, maybe I think it's good that he will also be able to just regular shoot me, right? Okay, I'm going to give this dude a little bit more HP. Let's call it 300. Apply that just for the test. I think he's going to have much higher in real life. Now we're going to go to the troop. We're going to do a battle test. Let's get Bella in here, okay? So that we can test that spray pattern. Okay, so Chuck is going to attack the gorilla. Bella is going to attack the gorilla. Now it's just guard. So we'll see what this guy does. Okay. So I think... Okay, let's see here. So I want him to become angry first. So let's edit this. Rating, what if we gave it a higher rating? Would that make him ensure that he becomes angry first? Let's see here. Attack that dude, attack that dude. Start guarding there, bud. Oh, I killed him. Let's see here. Let's go in. Let's give this dude 500 health. All right. Okay, so I need to track a little bit how much how much damage I'm doing, so that I can know when he's below 50%. So let's see here. 78 damage. Cool. You're doing just fine, Chuck. Don't worry. Okay. So, Chuck is going to attack. Bella's going to guard because I'm on. Okay. I'm going to guard here. I'm going to attack here. Became enraged. I just guard both of them. Okay, he's only using his basic attack right now. Is it just bad luck? Or I think the TP seems to just be some resource. Okay. So he became enraged. Now, let's make Barrage a higher priority as well. Let's call it 6. So that he will use that more. Right? That's what's happening, right? I think so. Let's test this one more time. Okay. Bella is so strong. Chuck is kind of useless, honestly. Chuck, you're gonna attack. I just... Does that do damage? Okay. This is quite confusing. Okay, he's not barraging anymore. State. Let's make this. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody. State normal. With no icon. Restriction none. None of that. No, I think that's stupid. Clear. Back in here. Gunshot, not always. Possible as long as. Priority of the action. Why did I just hover over this before? Okay. Of all actions meeting the conditions, the one with the highest rating will be the standard, and the one within 2 rating points of the standard will be used. Actions 1 rating point away will be used 2/3 of the time, and those 2 rating points away will be used 1/3 of the time. I think we cooked. Okay. Let me read it again. Okay. I think then we've got everything in working order. If I want them to not do a regular gunshot, I would turn it down 1. Yeah. Now, in all of these battles, he's only ever used Enrage once, which I hope is, because that's just the way it works. It won't apply the same status to itself multiple times. But I do worry that I've just been getting very lucky. But we'll see. Okay. We're going to call that good for now for the boss. Okay. And we're going to... Here's what we're going to do. Let me actually... Hold on. I got to get back in there. Because I need to make this gorilla back to his normal power again. Which, I don't know. 2,000 HP. Apply that. Okay. Yeah. Now, what we have right now is that he takes less physical damage, and that he takes extra thunder damage. Now, I don't know if thunder's the one we want to use. Element rate. Maybe he takes extra fire damage. Okay. Let's apply that. Now, here's what I need to do for this to work. I need the player to be able to find out that fire damage deals additional to the gorilla. And I need you to be able to find a way to deal fire damage. Now, hopefully the way I want it to work is you forge your weapon to become more powerful. You know, you like add your fire augment or whatever. And I'll see if I can figure out how to do that. But let's think about how this dude, how I could tell you fire damage does more. Let's think about this. Let's think about... Okay, so the most reasonable fire you could put in a dungeon like this is a torch, right? I don't think there's any torches in the tile set. We'll see, though. Is that a torch? Oh, maybe this is a... Okay. There are torches. They exist. They look funky as hell, though. If I put them on the walls, you can barely even tell that's a torch. Interesting. What is... That's the orb. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, one thing I was gonna do. Oops, go back into editor mode. I wanna, oops, not cut. I wanna copy that, paste that, so you can't avoid it, okay? And I have it set so, yeah, if Bella is in the party. I could add exposition from Bella, who has faced this creature before, that he seems to fear fire. I think that's what I'll do. I'll edit this, and I'll edit the text. Okay, actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to this event, and I'm going to say, where did... Okay, I'm going to add in some text, show text, from, I don't know, Paul, you barely survived. Be more careful next time. Okay. Then let's throw down some text from Chuck. No, hold on. Let me edit this. Okay. We barely made it out of there. That creature is powerful. I know, bro. What did you do to drive it down there in the first place? it seemed afraid of the torches some of the villagers were carrying. But I'm not sure. Okay. Apply all that. Okay. Let's save the changes to the game. Continue. Oh, that's not what I want. Well, that actually, I don't think that's good, because there's no guarantee that Bella's in the party. Right? And it would be weird if, because, like, I'm going to go through here. I'm going to say, what is that thing? I'm going to get my shit rocked. So loud. Game over. I forgot to sleep. Okay. Hold on. $400 gold. Yippee. I'm not gonna talk to Bella. I'm going straight to the inn. Please, sir, I'd like to rest. Beds are upstairs. I have a room key. I'd love to rest. Okay. Now let me go. Need a little swifty with it. Is swifty, is that a Rick and Morty thing? I'm not sure. I feel like that's something Rick said. I've seen like 4 episodes of the show. I've seen about 180 clips of it though. I gotta fix that as well. The loud. We barely made it out of there. Okay. Let's edit that. Let us edit that. Okay. We're going to cut that. Cut that. Edit this. Oop. Yeah, that's fine. Turn this back to Chuck. I'm going to say, creature strong. I must find a way to defeat it. And then, okay, follow me here. Conditional branch. If Bella is in the party, Bella's gonna say, oh yeah, I forgot to mention the creature seemed very afraid of fire when he first attacked the village. Oh, what am I doing? Show text. Okay. Good to know that. Good to know. Would have been even better earlier. Okay. That's better. Okay. Ba-ba-da-boom, boom. Bum, 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 bum. This event is getting a little wild. Okay. Alright, how long we've been going? 51 minutes. I think that's going to be good for right now. When we come back, we're going to create fire. Don't ask me how. Do not ask me how. But we'll figure it out. Okay, thank you for watching.